Hey everyone, welcome to a new Rope for a Cue video. I'm out for a quick walk. It's a nice evening, quite dry, pretty chilly, but I thought I'd record an intro to my latest video while I'm here. So recently, a couple of weekends ago, a couple of old friends of mine came to stay, and they are two guys who I went to school with. Known them, well, I've known one of them since we were like 3 or 4, probably even before then, really, just not old enough to remember, and the other since, well, school, really, so pretty much known them all my life. They were good enough to come visit, and they were both people who I used to play snooker with when I was younger. One of them used to have a little snooker table in his loft when we were kids, so we used to play a bit in his loft. Anyway, so we had a bit of a round-robin tournament, one frame each, against each of us. So yeah, so I'm going to do like 3 videos and show you the 3 frames basically. So there's actually going to be a frame that I'm not involved in, which is going to be quite interesting for me to commentate on. It'll be the first time actually commentating on a frame that I'm not involved in, which will be hopefully a nice experience. And yeah, so this first frame is my friend Paul, who we could have called P, who we do call P, against me. And P plays a little bit of snooker, not as much as me, but a little bit. And he's pretty decent, he's a pretty good player. So it should be a good match. I hope you enjoy it. Now over to me for the commentary. Here we go then, the first match in our little 3-way round robin, as it were. And it's me versus P. Me to break, I won the old toss. And not a great break off. Caught the blue. Lucky that I caught the blue on that side and it sent the cue ball towards the ball colours. Long tester for P, not quite. Would have been nice to see on the black though if it had gone in, but he wasn't very close to the pot, unfortunately. Leaves me with this chance of this red just above the black, which I get in pretty nicely. Just overhit it slightly. I was hoping to stop for the brown in the left corner, but just goes past. But this is cuttable into the right corner. But trying to hold for the red, and yeah, don't hit it too thick, unfortunately. So it gives P chance of that. Pretty nice rest shot, to be fair. And a pretty nice kiss off the yellow means it's pretty straight on this blue, so he's managed to roll that in. No heroics with the cue ball, as they say. And then I think he's trying to play a shot to nothing here. Just unlucky to catch the jaws of the middle pocket. But to be fair, he hasn't left me anything to go at, so just a safety from me. But in trying to hit it thin, I miss it, and obviously the black is waiting behind it, so 7 points away. Story of my life. Too many foul shots, too many easy foul shots given away. But there's P giving one away as well, although it was only 7. Sorry, only 4. So kind of mess up that safety, but it works out quite nicely. Quite aggressive, opens the reds up, and the cue ball does end up back at balk. But I wasn't meaning to come off that first red and clutch the second red. But then P gets a relatively good one as well, but he's unlucky for that red to go all the way up the table and go over the corner pocket. Otherwise it would have been a nice cue ball. So I'm able to get into that, but probably would have been better just holding for the yellow into the right middle rather than trying to get back out into the middle of the table, but never mind. So trying the long blue, but it was a bit of a stretch. Got nowhere near it really. Also trying to screw back just to not leave P anything easy. So just a safety shot from P. Managed just to avoid the bump in the middle pocket this time and gets a pretty nice cue ball. So I've edited this match, but every shot is shown, which is why it's a bit longer than my usual matches. Thin cut for P, doesn't quite get right. Leaves me with this also thin cut in the corner, but leaning over the table, off balance. I still managed to get it in, but annoyed with myself for cannoning that other red. Should have been able to avoid that. So tricky black to the middle. I think it was tight past the red, to be honest. I was trying to pinch the pocket a bit, but it doesn't go in. Leaves P this red on, which he it doesn't get in, unfortunately. But does manage to play safe off that. So yeah, test the red into the middle, but kind of knew wouldn't be leaving much as long as I didn't go past that other red. So safety shot from P. Safety shot from me here, trying to avoid the double kiss, and yeah, I actually hit it a little bit thinner than I intended, but it worked out really nicely actually. Pretty pleased with myself. Bit fortunate there from P. He messed that up, I said, but kind of ends up putting me in the bunch, so I don't really have an easy shot. So just trying to safety, but catch it all wrong and end up bringing the red up with me. It was awkward queuing there. Gives P a chance of this one, which not a gimme though. Plays it pretty nicely. Runs on a bit farther than he probably would have liked. So tricky pink. I think he wasn't a million miles away, but he stood up in the middle of where the camera. So just a safety shot from me. It's okay, a bit short of pace, but not too bad. Anything past the balk line is alright for me. Just the Stephen Hendry favourite dump shot there from P. Doesn't quite get it on the bottom cushion, so it gives me this chance of this red in the middle with the black there waiting, so pretty happy with that pot. Didn't have to do much with the cue ball, obviously, with the black pretty much over the middle pocket. So this one I'm going to try and come off 3 cushions and down for the reds. And that's one of the best positional shots I think I've ever played. Could have done with maybe rolling another ball roll further towards the reds just to get me away from this cushion a little bit more, but not sure what I was going to do with position, so just rolling that in to give me at least a shot on the black between the 2 reds, but it's a thin one with the rest, and it didn't go in, but you know, maybe on the current World Championship tables that would have gone in, because they seem to drop from anywhere. So P's got this middle pocket shot, plays that nicely, gives himself a good chance of this blue. Yeah, it cues that nicely as well. It's a bit unlucky with the double kiss there. So this one, and then just try and hold for the black along the rail. Tricky shot this black though. It's pretty much straight as well, so there's not much I can do, so kind of just need to take the points here, I think. And I do try and force it in a little bit, but don't really get it right, so I end up just stunning it in. But pretty pleased it went in though. So I'll take the lead, which I'm pretty happy with. Long tester for P. Not a million miles away. Gets a little fortunate that it comes back and sort of clogs up the reds, and I just play a little delicate one, but completely forgot about that red on the middle pocket. Genuinely forgot about that red. Otherwise there's no way I would have played that shot. Shows you gotta look around the table before you play your shots. You can't just play the first shot you see. So gives P a chance at getting some points and overtaking me again. And then playing a safety shot. But yeah, unlucky to catch the yellow. Long tester for me this time. And don't get that right. In fact, I get that as wrong as it could get, really, by putting the white in. Yet again, too many fouls given away. Regular viewers will know that I'm pretty bad at giving easy fouls away. So just, yeah, not sure what I was trying there. I think I was trying to get the white towards the black, but I got it all wrong. Pretty good containing safety there from P. So just a thin one off this red. Just trying to put it in a place where there's not at least an easy pot on. I was trying to hide that red behind the pink, but I went a bit too far. So it gives P this chance, this red. But thankfully he doesn't manage to get it. But kind of leaves me awkward on this red. Yeah, don't play that well at all, unfortunately. And leave it for P on a slightly similar but slightly thicker cut in. But he plays it really thin. He does the opposite of what I did. So I'm not sure this. Oh yeah, I wasn't sure I could get to that red, but I obviously could. But still, not a good shot, unfortunately. I could PC this. Oh no, just the safety shot. So try and get behind the green here. Played it with too much stun and ended up essentially being able to see all reds apart from one. Not a good shot really. Gives P this long red chance. Pretty much dead straight this. Yeah, nice pot. Always tricky, those ones. Again, on the current World Championship table, probably would have got in, but not on these supposedly generous club tables. Pretty happy with my middle pocket potting at the moment. Just struggling to find a colour, really. Struggling to find position on a colour. Just rolled a quarter ball too far for the pink, which would have been nice in the middle pocket. But I really don't know what that shot was. That was pretty poor to leave this red on for P. But he plays it hard to try and get around for the green, which is, it's a good positional shot. But unfortunately the red doesn't go in, so it kind of sticks it up for me. It's dead straight though, so try to screw back for the green. And yeah, don't get into it well enough. So just a roll-up shot to snooker P. So I think he's trying to hit the one on the cushion here. But he misses that one and manages to successfully hit the other one. And not only that, he manages to snooker me back. And again, regular viewers will realise that, will know that I am terrible at getting out of snookers, something that I need to practice. Need to figure out some kind of practice routine for getting out of snookers. Pete plays a nice double there. Not quite on the green though. So just the safety here, trying to leave the white on the cushion and getting the red up the other end of the table, but I managed to achieve neither. Well, we'll leave the cue ball on the cushion, but not the cushion I was intending, and the red in the middle of the table, unfortunately. But which gives P a chance at another snooker. just doesn't roll far enough for me to see it, so I genuinely don't know how I missed that. It was like a tin of paint, a coat of paint kind of job. It was so close. It gives P this free ball, which I'm not sure I'm not sure I would have played that shot, because I think I would have probably put me back in, but what happens is he misses the black, which would have only been worth 1 point, but ends up managing to snooker me again on using the pink, which I miss again. So another 4 points away. So it works out in the end, but I'm not sure it was a shot I would have done. Because getting back out, if you potted the black, it would have been only worth 1, and then getting back out for the black again was going to be tough. So anyway, on we go. Just a safety shot from me. Pretty happy with it, although it does get a little bit of fortune off the bump of the middle pocket. But a nice reply from P. He manages to put it safe. And I thought it was going to snooker me again, but it just rolls past the blue and green. So, tempted double. Probably not the shot, probably should have played safe. Because that gives P yet another opportunity to put me in a snooker. But at least this one he meant. But I still managed to miss it. So another 4 points away. I don't know how many that is now, but I think probably at least 12 points in failed snooker escapes.
That's a good 8.
Can't remember whether I was going for the pot there. I was trying to put him in the snooker. I think possibly, I'd like to think I'll try and go for the snooker. And here we go, yet another. It's a good safety shot, to be fair. But lucky kiss off the pink means it ends up being a snooker. I mean, I could probably see a thin edge of the red, but it was full length of the table. But at least I managed to get out of that one. The first successful snooker escape over the frame. And he tries again for another, almost gets it, but doesn't quite manage to hide the red. Not a good safety from me though. Get a bit fortunate that the red doesn't go into a pottable position. So yeah, just P just trying to get a safety shot. Gets the red safe though. So, white on the top cushion, red definitely not in a pottable position. Oh, well, I managed not to do that, but that was such a bad shot. My tactical game is worse than Jack Lazowski's. So just a safety shot again. Try to put the red safe. Just bounces a little bit further than I would have liked, making this cuttable. It's tough though. But he just plays a safety and manages to. Does he snooker me or does the red roll enough? I think it just rolls enough. Had to put a little bit of swerve on it. So safety mistake from P gives me this tricky red in the middle, but my middle pocket potting in this frame has been on point, so not too surprised that I potted that. Bit annoyed that I didn't get easier position on a colour though. So blue it is. And was not a million miles away from that. And got good position, goodish position on the yellow. Good enough for Pete to pot it anyway, and plays it pretty nicely twice across the table to get back out for the green. Yeah, green's in. So snooker's required for me, and there's one that he manages to put himself in, thankfully. Which he doesn't get out of. And leaves me a chance to put him in another one. Which I managed to do just about. Dicing with death because I knew the brown was going to go towards the corner pocket. But yeah, it was pretty good snooker. Very difficult for him to get the one cushion escape, so we tried to put some swerve on it and left hand side, try and get it, to make the angle up. So I'm back within reach here. 22 points on, only 19 behind. So I need all of them basically. And this is my chance really. So potting the brown, and I've got this blue to the middle really. The pink and black are awkward, but if this blue goes in, but it doesn't, and it sticks it up, I fully committed to it, tap on the table, because I felt like it drifted off a bit. And yeah, so P has to pot this, and he's won really. So yeah, nice blue from P. It's pretty much over. I think he just plays a safety here, and I try and play on because the black is in a reasonably good position for snookers, but in my first attempt at trying to get a snooker, I end up basically putting the pink over the pocket. So it's pretty much over. So good result for P. I was pretty happy with my potting, but just my tactical game let me down, and my escape from snookers was particularly poor, giving away, I don't know, 18 maybe points in failed snooker attempts. Definitely 18 points in fouls anyway, but take nothing away from P. He played pretty well considering he doesn't play as much as me. And yeah, good result. Anyway, that's all from me, and I'll catch you in the next frame.
Never read the last of this one.
What?
Is it with the snoozer?